Enough is enough. These cruise lines, they need to stop harassing us. They don't charge enough for their cruises, so they need to make their profit by pushing you to spend more while you're on board. Lucky for you, I found a hack to avoid all of the upselling. Ahoy sailors, my name is Rob, and I'm here to tackle Virgin Voyages one topic at a time. Welcome to OVT. So within minutes of boarding one of our last cruises, I won't share which cruise line, we were sitting on the deck waiting for a cabin to be ready, and a server walked by with some welcome cocktails. I thought they were free. I was wrong. They were $14. We were on the ship for just 15 minutes, and we'd already invested another $28 into our cruise. Actually, with the 18% auto gratuity, it was more like $33. One of the things I love about Virgin Voyages, there's no hard sell, no upsell. While other cruise lines have found dozens of ways to liberate the dollars from your wallet, Virgin truly doesn't do that. In addition to that example of welcome cocktails, every single night on that other ship, we'd be sitting at dinner and one server would come by with their cocktail of the day for a price, of course. And then they'd add that you get to keep the glasses if I want to keep a collection of novelty glassware at home. Anyway, just minutes after they left, another server would come by with shots in test tubes or some other gimmick. Not on Virgin. In doing our tour of the ship after boarding Royal or Carnival or Princess, we'd walk by the spa and the hard sell would start as soon as you got to within probably 30 feet. They'd walk up to you with their flyers telling you that if you'd come in right now that there's a special deal. I remember once saying, thanks, but we don't have time right now. And one of them actually pulled out a tablet and asked when we'd have time to come back so that they could book an appointment with us. This is something that we've never experienced on Virgin. As a matter of fact, Tracy and I wanted pedicures after boarding our last sailing on Scarlet Lady. We went up to the tune-up where the ladies were just cleaning up in the background, and they just told them to let us know if we had any questions, and they kept themselves busy. This may not shock you, but Tracy and I ended up getting pedicures done. And it was only after we got them done that we found out that there was a 15% special when you got them done on the first day of the sailing. Have you cruised before? Have you felt the pressure to spend more so that the cruise lines could make more? I'd love to hear about your experiences. Leave a comment below, and while we're paused, please take a second to hit that like button. And if you're enjoying my videos, also hit the subscribe button so that you won't miss any of my new episodes. Thank you in advance. Another thing that drives me crazy, those other cruise lines have photographers walking all around all the time. Some, they'll set up stations to take photos, and that's fine, but others will just walk up to you and ask if you'd like your photo to be taken. And at up to $25 a photo, you'd better believe that you're approached multiple times a day. Not on Virgin. Maybe they realize that everyone carries their own phone with them, and they know for sure that the other sailors will always be nice enough to take a picture if you ask them. One of the things I always chuckle at are the art gallery events and the auctions on the cruise lines. The deals aren't great, to be honest, and I feel like they're just taking advantage of a captive audience. The offer of free bubbly often draws in lots of people, but can't you buy all this stuff in your hometown or online even? Listen, I love Peter Max's paintings, but if I wanted one, I don't need to pay a 50% commission to the cruise line. And I know this is going to shock you, but there are no art auctions on Virgin. And all the cruise lines have their future cruise desks set up with the hopes of locking you into your next cruise while you're enjoying the one that you're on. It's a really smart strategy, and I have zero issues with it. But when I was on Princess last time, and I made the mistake of asking them about future cruise deals, the salesperson, and that's exactly what they are, they're salespeople, she wouldn't let me go. After trying to pull away for a couple of minutes, she actually leaned into me, and she told me she'd give me an extra $100 in onboard credit. When I said no thanks, I literally got the line, well, just so you know, this offer won't be available tomorrow. Really? Come on. Guess what? Virgin, well, they do have a My Next Virgin Voyage desk on board. I had asked about a future cruise, and when I walked away, the person told me to have a great day. No pressure. We went back to her on our last night, and we committed to our next sailing, even without the pressure tactics. Go figure. Finally, even things that Virgin could charge for, they include so that you have the very best experience on their ships. They have something called Glam Station Motivation. They're these makeup, glitter, and body gem stations to elevate your look before major party nights, and they're free. On Scarlet Night, on our last cruise, we were talking to a couple of couples at the table next to us at dinner. The husbands both disappeared for about 15 minutes at one point, and they came back with red glitter on their faces, and they declared that now they were finally ready for Scarlet Night. Well, that's cruising without harassment, and that's my one Virgin topic for today. Have any other questions? Are there any other topics you'd like to hear about? Leave a message below. And until next time, ahoy, sailor.